2 days.
Yeah, man. It was down for 2 full days. Not consecutive days. 2 days out of the week. So,
2 total days. That's funny.
boy, is this ever going to be sweet if they have games here and the swimming pool's open. Ada will be.
Ada will be happy.
I should get that little gizmo for when I'm deer hunting.
Yeah.
Is it remote? Or do you...
That's a good question. I've never gotten that far on it. But
Last year I upgraded my deer hunting too. I had a camera that sent pictures right to my phone. And
that's awesome.
then the guy that stole it, got a picture of him walking up to it. And then he actually looked into it, took a picture of himself, then took a picture. Oh, look at that fancy.
That's cute.
Yeah, you can like plug it in to an external power.
You gotta get things out like I do.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How we doing, McCrae's? Deerdorfs. We're doing good. Hey. Game one of 75?
Yeah, no kidding.
How's it going, man?
How are you?
Doing really well.
Good. My top fantasy idea is Chase Brown.
Chase Brown, there you go.
I think since he spent all that money on receivers,
Yeah.
there's still no line.
No line.
He's just got to dump it.
He's going to dump
down
it all, right?
Yeah. Like, you need any advice?
No. I've looked at nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. We just got back. We've been gone 3 months.
Where?
Well, we went to Florida for one, went to Panama for one. We just got back from Palm Springs last night. So, which is perfect for us.
Can we get some interviews?
Do it.
Good to see you. Coach Justin, how's warm-ups?
About as good as my sunscreen application. Excellent.
Excellent. Okay. Wow, you're already sweating. Good job. It's good for coaches to get a sweat going before the game. How's the workout this morning?
Sadly, didn't have it.
Oh.
They don't open until 7.
Oh, come on, Ames racket.
Keep bugging manager to go at like 5. Nobody does.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight.
Colton wanted me to be more like Luke Deerdorf with my sunglasses this year, so.
There you go. Step it up.
Yep, stepped it up.
Yeah, Elijah just got me mine. So.
That's what Luke. I had Colton pick mine out too. So, all right, good luck, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
She'll be here like halfway through this.
Morning, guys. Good luck today.
Dude, I was going to, but like, I'd like second game. Yeah, I'll be on.
Saint. My name's Tim. I'm Colton's dad. We try to film some of these games, so don't mind me. I'll be poking around and whatnot. Okay. All right. So, good to have you on the team, buddy. Yep.
No, she's doing it on Mother's Day.
Hey, no, Mother's Day pink eyelash. Yeah, Becky probably protested against it.
Luke, do you have any advice? Like, do you want me filming inside the inside? I don't know if they'll even let me. Yeah, and go behind the plate when they're batting.
Yeah, just go inside now.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
What's that for? What is that?
It works magic. It just blocks the wind.
I thought it was like microphone type thing.
Okay. Well, it blocks the wind for the microphone.
I see.
Yeah. I don't
All right, let's go, guys. Let's go. Lock in.
Lucas left, Landon center, Joe right. We got Finn, Eli, Ethan, Colton, Sex on the mound, Braden at the plate. Stay here. Yep. Where's the game ball? They've got game balls. Who you got game balls? Dexter! What? Yeah. Thank you. I won't damage
What's up, Ian Nelson?
Hi.
You going? Where are you going?
I'm warming up the right shoulder.
Okay. Can we get some commentary from you while you're warming them up?
I think I'll be pitching like soon.
Okay. Okay. Do you know why Colton's not wearing his new glove? Using his new glove?
Nope.
Okay, welcome to 2025 Ames Storm Baseball. Ian, where's Dressler playing? Is he in left field?
Yeah.
Dahlberg's 21 this year instead of number 4.
Oh, he changed his number?
I think so. Okay, welcome. Yeah, here we go. My name's Tim, and try to give you some commentary this year. This is going to be Dexter Erdman on the mound, top of the first, as the Ames Storm begin their 2025 season. And first pitch of the year is going to hit the Bondurant Bluejays batter. Great way to start the season there. So one pitch and one aboard for Bondurant. Let's meet your defense here. You got Graydon Bancroft catching, Dexter Erdman on the mound, third base, the barrel, Finn Burrell, shortstop Elijah Deerdorf, second base, Ethan Danielson, first base, Colton Hibbing as Dexter Erdman does get that one in for a strike. Left field, newcomer Lucas Dressler, center field, Landon Dahlberg, right field, Joey Franzen. And Erdman bounces back after hitting the leadoff batter with a strike. There's going to be a bunt, and Erdman quickly ahead, 0 balls, no strike, 2 strikes. 0-2 the count here in the top of the first. Got a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning here in central Iowa. Saturday, April 12. Virtually no wind. Erdman pitches a third straight strike. Thank you to the 6 of you tuning in. We'll go behind the plate when our boys bat. Right now, trying to get you a little field action. We're going to have a throwback fielded there by Hibbing. Good job of base running by the Bondurant Blue Jay. Got a bit of a Interstate 35 battle here between the 50010 and the 50035. Runner does go. There's a shot to deep right center. That is going to drop. Franzen fields it cleanly, gets it in, limits the hitter to a single. Nice relay to Danielson at second, Deerdorf at short. The runner from first did have to go halfway on the chance the ball was caught. Didn't want to get caught up. But at the end of the day, Nice piece of hitting there by Bondurant. Ultimately sees 5 strikes. Fouls off 3, and the 5th one he is able to convert into a single. So runners on first and second. There's a 6th straight strike thrown by Erdman after a leadoff hit the batter. But Bondurant has runners on second and third, nobody out, top of the first. Good piece of coaching there by Coach Deerdorf. Tells Hibbing to come in, not holding anybody on first anymore. After 6 straight strikes, there's a ball thrown by Erdman. There's another very high pop fly. That's going to be foul and playable by Deerdorf, but not. That was a just mile high fly ball foul. Deerdorf not able to collect it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yet again, Erdman ahead in the count. This is batter 3 for Bondurant. Typically your best hitter in a lineup. Your most versatile hitter. Typically in baseball, you want your fastest guy at leadoff, your best contact hitter at number 2, your best versatile hitter at 3, power hitter at 4. There is a bomb that is going to go foul. So already we are seeing some of the fruits of AAA baseball. Up to 7 viewers now. Thank you very much. This will be an interesting season for the Storm. I remember a football game last fall sitting by Coach Dahlberg, and he told me he and the Storm staff were wrestling over whether to advance. There's a hard hit ball right up the middle, literally crosses over the top of second base. The runner from second will score, and that boy from Bondurant, very, very fast. So the ball was unplayable. I mean, literally went over second base. No chance at Deerdorf getting there, no chance at Danielson getting there. Fielded cleanly by Dahlberg in center, who relayed it to Danielson. Danielson had a beautiful throw to catcher. Would have been just a little bit late, even if it was fielded by Bancroft. Alas, the runners from second and third score, and so batter number 3 for Bondurant has a 2-strike, 2 RBI double. Technically, it'd be a single, but advances to second on the error. That one is going to be fair. Down the third base line, runner from second will easily score, and Bondurant has their 4th consecutive hit to start the first inning. That ball unplayable for Burrell. The last 2 batters for Bondurant have kissed respective bases. The number 3 hitter grazed it right over second base, and batter number 4 there grazed it right over third. So Bondurant quickly leads here 3-0 as we get ready to face batter number 5 in the top of the first. Nobody out. I didn't check the season-ending statistics from last year, but Erdman for sure top 2 in strike percent, meaning he is that coach's dream who will just get it across the plate. You'd always rather have a pitcher that can just get it across the plate, let the defense do the work, versus a pitcher that throws a bunch of balls. And that pitch looked really good, and yet Erdman does surrender a walk. Good piece of coaching there by Coach Dahlberg. Reminds Hibbing that if Bondurant tries to bunt, Hibbing needs to be charging from first. Hibbing not holding the runner. There's a strike from Erdman. This is batter number 6 for Bondurant. runner from third is going to go. Bancroft will throw down. The throw is right on line. Bounces off Burrell's glove. Wouldn't have been on time. Granted, it was a beautiful throw from Bancroft. Burrell yells out from third, "My bad, Graydon," in a voice much lower than I remember Finn Burrell having. There's another blooper to right field. That's going to easily score the runner from third, and the runner from second will be limited to advancing to just third. So if there's one positive thing to take away from the game here so far, it is that we are very good at our relays in from outfield. Getting the ball in nice and fast. That's good. But still have yet to record an out. Runner from third is going to score on the passed ball from Erdman. Again, first game of the year, so Erdman, or any pitcher probably, is thinking about charging on a pass ball when there's a runner at third. Good aggressive base running by Bondurant. Meanwhile, the runner from first does advance to second. So the batters this year are using heavier bats. Drop 5 is what you're allowed to use, which is a number given to the ounces to length ratio. There's another strike from Erdman. So I believe it goes something like this. You can have a 32-ounce bat that is 27 inches long. Maybe it's the other way around, 32-inch bat that's 27 ounces. But either way, those two metrics have to be within 5 of each other, and the bats are just a little heavier to swing than they were in previous years. There's a shot right through the gap, boy. With the exception, oh, we're gonna have a little bit of a pickle here. Oh, all right, there we go. There we go. Deerdorf guns down the base runner who got caught between third and home. Perfect throw from Deerdorf. Nice squeeze from Bancroft, and Ames finally on the board with an out. Thank you to the 8 of you now tuning in. We're still in the top of the first. Game 1. Ames down 5-0, 1 out. Bondurant a runner on second. Deerdorf with half an out. Bancroft with half an out. There's a strike from Erdman. So back to the drop 5 conversation. The boys are using bats this year that are a little heavier to swing, but will provide more pop when they do. And so, not a terrible surprise that we're seeing so many balls being hit to the outfield here. That looked good, just a little bit low. There's a strike on the batter. So again, you got Franzen in right field, Dahlberg in center, Lucas Dressel in left, Finn Burrell at third, Elijah Deerdorf at short, Ethan Danielson at second, Colton Hibbing at first. This is Dexter Erdman on the mound, Graydon Bancroft at catcher. In the dugout right now, Ian Nelson. There's going to be a two-hopper. Hibbing fields it cleanly, gets the out. And Ames has their first true out of the game, as opposed to Deerdorf and Bancroft's nice play getting the base runner out. Ball low there from Erdman. Ginner in the top of the first here. Ames down 5-0, 2 outs, runner on third. There's another. Colton Hibbing with a second out of the inning. Good job, Colt. So Hibbing gets 2 of the 3 outs that inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the first here. Try to listen in a little bit on what Coach Dahlberg is saying.
Go be aggressive, guys.
Hey, get things started here, Eli.
Okay, so here we go. Eli Deerdorf at the plate. He'll take a ball.
He did! With Colton's bat, now we need a new bat.
I'd give him about 350.
Swing and a miss there for Deerdorf.
He basically hit the top of one.
Yeah!
Thanks to the 9 of you tuning in here now. Ball high. We were talking earlier, general strategies of a batting order. Typically want your fastest guy leading off, and that is definitely what's going on here with Deerdorf batting in the 1 spot. Deerdorf does take a second strike there. Going up against a lefty. A lefty wearing a Sub-Zero Mortal Kombat neck warmer, no less. I think the pitcher here, who does offer up a walk to Deerdorf, I think he's wearing eye black and a neck sleeve. So this will bring up Colton Hibbing. As Deerdorf does draw the walk, this will always be fun to see if Deerdorf can get a stolen base out of this. Hibbing takes a ball high there. Deerdorf not a big lead. Foul ball. Good contact, 10. 1 ball, 1 strike. Deerdorf on first. We'll have a nice pickoff attempt there from the pitcher. I'm always a fan of that. I'm a fan of the, not necessarily the gimmicks, but I don't know what I would call that. He was in the middle of his warm-up, or so it appeared, and that's when he threw it to first base. But Deerdorf paying attention. Credit to his dad, who's the first base coach. And Hibbing is going to send a high fly ball to deep short, and that'll get caught by the shortstop. Good job there by Hibbing. At least talking on the way down here this morning, one goal a batter should have is not to look at any strikes, and he did not there. There's a ball high to Erdman while Deerdorf is going to steal. Deerdorf is in with a stolen base. Deerdorf slid head first. We think he might have got hit by the ball, so he's taking a quick break there. So this is Dexter Erdman up to bat here, number 6. Erdman led the team in batting average for at least half the year last year. Ball inside. Yeah, this pitcher, he's got a lot to pay attention to. He's got a pink sleeve on his throwing hand. He's got a neck sub-zero thing. Now that ball right there, that was ball 3. That was for sure a credit to Deerdorf. Deerdorf making him nervous. Big lead off at second base, almost giving the impression he's going to go to third by the time the pitcher stopped looking at him and committed to his windup. That was a ball low. Erdman, 4-pitch walk. And he's aboard, which brings up Finn Burrell.
Hit the yellow car. We'll see that one.
Burrell fouls one back right at his mom.
You're on it. You're on it.
Come on, Finn.
A lot of the boys talking about how Burrell in practice last night hit one 350 feet. So there's going to be a second strike on Burrell. Weird at bats here. Deerdorf walked on 7 pitches. Hibbing saw 2 out of 3 strikes. Erdman walked on 4 pitches, and now Burrell's seen 2 strikes. There's one inside. Graydon Bancroft on deck. Burrell, your batting average leader last year, an astonishing .592 average. There's one high. Again, Deerdorf on second, Erdman on third, on first. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the first, Ames down 5-0. There's a ball high, good eye. And we got a full count here. Could Burrell see the 3rd walk of the inning? No, on the contrary, strikes out looking, which will bring up Graydon Bancroft.
All right, Graydon.
So Bancroft with 13 home runs last year. Sees one on the outside corner of the plate.
Hey, we're not going to lose you today. That's a good thing.
All right, come on, Graydon.
Bancroft looks at another strike there. Bancroft very good on 2 strikes.
Yeah, I know that now.
Is he okay?
0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Ames down 5-0, runners on first and second. There's a ball. Again, the 2 boys I brought down to the game today, we were both talking about the fact that at this level, you know, if that pitcher gets ahead in the count, either 0-2, 0-1, even 2-2, you're probably going to see some pretty junky stuff to hit. Now, Deerdorf will get his 2nd stolen base of the game. It's an overthrow to 3rd, and Deerdorf is going to score. Meanwhile, Erdman advances to 2nd. So, good piece of base running there. Great piece of coaching by Coach Dahlberg. Sends Deerdorf to steal 3rd. Knowing Bancroft has 2 strikes on him. Sure enough, the catcher throws down. It's wild. Gets past the 3rd baseman. Deerdorf able to score, and we're at 5-1, despite no hits for the Storm yet. Erdman advances to 2nd. Takes away the double play. There's a 3rd ball. Erdman's going to get a stolen base out of the deal. And Bancroft has worked his way back to a full count here. So again, Deerdorf walked, Hibbing flew out, Erdman walked, Burrell struck out, and Bancroft, your 5th batter, is going to strike out as well. So we'll go to the top of the 2nd. Ames down 5-1, courtesy of Deerdorf's walk, 2 stolen bases, and advance home. I thought you weren't coming till 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that was allowed.
Oh,
I thought I was coming for this one. But I did get here late. Scott and I, had a nice, got to chat before he left.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much for bringing it down.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for taking Colton home.
Oh, absolutely. I was hoping to be able to. Oh, am I being recorded?
Yeah.
Okay, then I can't tell the story.
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
In between. We got a couple hours in between. So
All right.
we'll see you. So are we going to have like a bracelet making factory this year? or-
Probably, just not today.
Okay. Well, too cold.
That, and we're not staying for the whole day. So.
Okay. You picked up a friend, I see?
Yep.
What's your name?
Lily?
Lily. Who are you, Lucas's sister? Or?
She's just my friend. I'm just
Oh, you're just a friend. Wow, what support. Love it.
She's here because I made her come.
That
And
is,
because I'm here for the shortstop.
that is, oh, gotcha.
She's friends with Ethan, yeah. He's my best friend.
The shortstop or the second baseman?
Oh,
Ethan?
yeah, he's second baseman.
Okay.
Oh, well, I thought you
It's
said
okay.
shortstop.
It's okay. Yeah, I love it.
Shortstop last time.
No, he was second
You said he was shortstop.
Thanks for being here. Great call to send him. 2 strikes.
Can you and Ian start warming up? He's gonna release. Okay.
Thank you to the 10 of you now tuning in. And when I say 10, I mean 10 million. A lot of interest in Ames Storm, you know. We'll go top of the 2nd here.
You good, Dean? We go, Jax. You got this.
There's a rope foul. Again, Erdman will put the ball across the plate. Walks are rare for him, although he did give up 1 last inning. Start the 2nd here. strike from Erdman. So far, Erdman settling in after the first pitch of the season was a hit by pitch, and there's his first strikeout of the year. Good job, Dexter. I think Erdman led the team in strikeouts last year, if I'm not mistaken. I should have reviewed my 2024 stats, but again, top 1 or 2 for sure. And there's a strike. No change to the defense. Still Burrell on third, Deerdorf at short, Danielson at second, Hibbing at first, left field Dressler, center field Dahlberg, right field Franzen. There's a ball outside as the wind has started to pick up.
There we go, D. Your control, Dax.
There's a rocket. That's not true. It's a throw from. Okay, get your commentary together here, Tim. That was a seemingly hard hit ball, not hard hit. Cleanly fielded by Deerdorf at short, converts the throw to Hibbing at first, and Erdman and the Storm are able to retire the bottom 2 batters in the Blue Jay lineup. It now is the top of their order. There's a strike from Erdman. There's a second strike from Erdman. He is up 0-2 with 2 outs already. Can the Ames Storm get a 1-2-3 inning? There's a pop fly. That'll be out of play. Good hustle from Hibbing there to make sure. Still 0-2. As Erdman pitches a 4th strike in the frame, batter fouls it off. Erdman doing the typical lift the hat, make sure it's on straight. There's a ball high. There's another foul ball, so 5 out of 6 pitches strikes thrown by Erdman. We'll go pitch 7 here. Fouls it off again. This will be pitch number 8. There is a statistic kept for quality at bats, used to signify any batter that makes a pitcher throw 6 pitches or more. This is for sure a quality at bat. Now the ball does get past Bancroft, even though the batter swung at it. Bancroft pops up, tries to get to it quick enough. Pretty deep backstops, however. It would have been close, but the throw to first was offline, so unfortunately, despite Erdman throwing 8 pitches and 7 of them strikes, the leadoff batter for Bondurant does get aboard. Not the worst thing in the world. We'll open up our lens here. Throw down from Bancroft, he'll be safe. Not the worst thing in the world if you can chew into that 2-3-4 batter a little bit. In other words, had Erdman struck him out there, he would have had to have faced the 2-3-4 hitter to start the 3rd inning. This way, if we can, maybe expend 2, maybe also the 3 hitter. You know, while the first hitter only advances a base or 2, we can still get out of the inning with no runs, and we don't have to go through the heart of the order in the 3rd. Batter is going, or the runner on second is, oh, and hey, who cares if that runner was stealing 3rd? Erdman gets the 2nd strikeout of the inning, so good job there. Nice piece of sportsmanship there from the Bondurant first base coach, offering congratulations to Erdman for 2 strikeouts. So honestly, that couldn't have played out a ton better. Erdman gets his 2nd strikeout, chews into their batting order a little bit, and no runs in the top of the 2nd. The only downside to that whole inning was that Erdman missed out on a 1-2-3 inning. Nice job, Dex. You know, kind of perfect because you don't have to go up against 2, 3, 4 and put it in. Yeah. Chewed up a little bit of that. So.
Yeah, so he's a good hitter, right? Yeah. So we want to make sure that he's chasing. We don't want to give him something right down the pipe because he's protecting the plate. Yeah. Right, so that's what I'm calling, you know, fastball high and curves outside. Just get him off the plate. I didn't see you calling. Can you see my fingers from where I'm at?
Well, it looks like that is just one thing.
I'm going to put some tape around one of my fingers.
You do whatever you want. Anything. Tattoos. Yeah, right.
I'm kind of mad that he had to pay for that.
Okay, we're up to 11 viewers. Thank you very much. This is our newcomer, Lucas Dressler. We met Lucas last year playing against the Grinnell Tigers, and his dad, Levi, is the band director at Ames High School. So a real nice interaction there between the families introducing themselves, saying, hey, we're coming to Ames. And so Lucas has now been at the middle school for several months and found the baseball boys right away. Playing left field for us, wearing number 22. Parents, Levi and Julie. There's a ball inside, so 3 balls, 1 strike to Dressler.
Just like my directions to you. It's sort of west. Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
There's a strike inside. Me and Andy Erdman thought that was a ball, but maybe a little bit of a makeup call. A couple other close ones. I think we have a full count here, if I'm not mistaken. And Dressler is going to get a stick on it. Nice play. Oh, and Dressler with the wheels is able to get our first hit of the game, as it was a not so hard hit ball. That and the grass is green and thick and slowed it down. Nice play from the shortstop to one-hand it. But Dressler, some nice wheels to get down to first in time. So he is aboard with Ames Storm's first hit of the season. This brings up Ian Nelson. Nelson swings. Nelson swing and a miss there. You'll definitely be seeing him pitch this weekend. Pickoff attempt of Dressler to no avail. Good job by the Ames Storm there in their bench, yelling out ball, 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 ball. Keep Dressler from leading off until he knows for sure that ball's back in the pitcher's glove. Ball outside to Nelson. That one did not seem close, but of course I'm standing off to the left here. Shout out to Scott Nelson, driving down Interstate 80 today to Chicago for a Smarty Pants conference. Special shout out to his coworker Jennifer. Nelson does go down on strikes for Ames's first of the inning. We're in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second, Ames down 5-1. Lucas Dressler on first. This is Ethan Danielson. Second straight batter to try to check the swing, and to no avail. There's a nice looking swing from E-Money, Ethan Danielson. On deck, Joey Franzen.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had to call it electrician a couple times the past 2 years, too. Yeah.
2 strikes on Danielson, 1 out, bottom of the second. He'll foul one off.
Hey, good battle, E.
Coach Deerdorf always prepared, asked the umpire before the game what happens if the ball hits the tree in foul territory, and umpire confirmed if the ball hits the tree, it's a dead ball. Curveball high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Dressler on first. Ames down 5-1, bottom of 2. Ball low to Danielson. That's a full count. This will be a quality at bat for him.
Coming in.
And Danielson down on strikes. 4th strikeout of the day for the Storm. Ball inside.
All right, Joe, we need you on base, buddy. Let's go.
There's a strike right down the middle to Joseph John Franzen, number 3 for the Ames Storm. Bottom of the second. 4 strikeouts and a pop out so far. There's a second strike from Franzen, or to Franzen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Franzen down on strikes as the pitcher retires. All 3 Storm batters will go to the 3rd, still down 5-1, a scoreless second on both sides of the aisle.
It's not supposed to be 70 miles.
Guys, can I get what was Dexter's pitch count?
Well, he's 29 to start the inning, and then we went 4 batters deep, so he's probably just over 40.
So So still available.
Oh yeah, it's still available for tomorrow. But I'm targeting 40 to 50 max on a day, and we'll see.
What's the rules? 5 innings a week?
No. Like, see, you can only pitch no more than 3 innings on Saturday to be able to pitch Sunday.
Got it.
And you can't pitch more than 7 innings in a 2-day stretch.
Got it. Okay. Okay. We got 11 million viewers right now. Just wanting to know. So.
Make sure it's really clear then, because I'm sure they're all asking.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian, 3. Number 3.
Okay, so here we go. Ian Nelson on the mound for Ames. There's an immediate pop-up. That one's going to be very, very, very high. Nelson closes in. Nelson very sure-handed, sure-gloved, and does field that one rather cleanly. So contrary to Erdman, who first pitch hit the batter, Nelson first pitch yields a pop-up. Nelson will try for the 3-pitch inning here. A feat about as rare as bowling a 300. This is batter 4 for Bondurant. Coach Deerdorf doing a good job telling the pitchers where they're at in their order. I always thought that was helpful when I played. There's a ball in the dirt. You don't really know where these boys will wind up as 12th graders, and you know who will be the best at what, but one thing you can say for sure about Ian Nelson is he was the first boy in the class to make pitching cool. He was the first one to kind of stand and say, hey, I want to do this. There's a check swing. Nelson will field it cleanly. Nice, easy throw to second. And we got 2 outs just like that. Getting into a bit of a pitching battle here.
Hey, start us with 2, 10. Start us with 2. Come on.
Good job by Bancroft there at catcher, coaching up his defense to know where to go. There's a swing and a miss. So if you didn't overhear that conversation with the coaches, the rules are that you can only, if you exceed 3 innings of pitching on Saturday, you cannot pitch on Saturday. So almost no coach is going to pitch a player more than 3 innings, hence Nelson coming in for Erdman after just 2. Coach Dahlberg also wanting to keep Erdman from pitching more than 50 pitches, which he did, so he'll be nice and fresh for tomorrow. There's a swing and a miss, and Nelson gets all 3 outs. Fields a pop-up, fields a ground out, fields a strikeout, and even yields a smile.
Hey, see? Land the top. Go. Great defensive inning. You're going to go hang put the number on the board against their card. Okay? Make some favors for it. Hey, they're there to hit. Okay? I don't think the same pitcher and pitcher did. Listen, we're not being aggressive in the batter's box. There's things there to hit, okay? But we're not loading early enough, and we're swinging at garbage, okay? Make sure we're coming yes until it's a no, and then identify ball strikes early on, right? Let's go get these back. Let's go. Go, throw them on 3. 1, 2, 3, start. Go, everyone talk in the dugout. Everyone talk. Everyone timing love.
So through 3 innings and 9 outs, your tallies are 3 for Nelson, 2 for Hibbing. Yep. 3 for Hibbing. I'm sorry, 3 for Nelson, 2 for Hibbing, 2.5 for Deerdorf, and half out for Bancroft, squeezing the 1 there. Eight pitches, Matt. a little bit off there. 3 outs for Nelson. 2 for Hibbing. 2 for Erdman. 1.5 for Deerdorf, half for Bancroft. 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.5 plus half equals 9. 9 pitch inning there for Ian Nelson. Okay, we got a new pitcher here. New pitcher for Bondurant. He'll blow one past one of 2 new players on Ames Storm. This is Saint Berger. Saint goes to Gilbert with Landon Dahlberg. And is arguably the strongest on the team. If he can connect, the ball will travel forever. There's a slow roller to third, and Berger is out. Nice play by the first baseman there to stretch for that one. So this will bring up Landon Dahlberg, and then we'll be to the top of the order. Poor Landon, you never know if he's just being put at the bottom of the lineup because his dad's trying to be nice to the rest of the players, or not. But and Dahlberg says, "You shut up, Mr. Hibbing. I'll smoke one up the middle." First pitch, and nicest looking hit of the first wave of batters. No, another reason you put a guy like Dahlberg in that 9 spot, or that bottom last batter spot, is so we got speed in front of speed. This is Elijah Deerdorf, top of the order here in the bottom of the 3rd, and again, nice coaching move from Coach Dahlberg to make sure that there's enough speed in front of Deerdorf should he get on. So we're in the bottom of the 3rd. Ames down 5-1, 1 out. Dahlberg on first, your base runner. Deerdorf at the plate, Hibbing on deck. Beautiful day here in West Des Moines. Nice piece of catching there from the Bondurant catcher. Deerdorf walked his first time at bat, stole second, stole third, and then advanced home for our only run after an attempted throw down to third went wild. Deerdorf is going to crush one, fair. So Ames with back-to-back hits. Dahlberg will hold at second. Deerdorf aboard for the 2nd time today. This will bring up Colton Hibbing. Thank you to the 13 of you watching now. Hibbing flew out to shortstop, his first at bat. Down in the count, no balls, 1 strike. And he will put that one in play. That'll bounce up to the third baseman. Third baseman is able to get a force out at third and throw down to first and get Hibbing out on a double play. So just like that, we will go to the top of the 4th.
Ian, same thing, same thing. Alright, defense ready.
Okay, so here we go. Top of the fourth. Ames down 5-1. Nelson back on the mound after a 9-pitch inning, and that's going to be a fly ball to Dahlberg, who flies in from center and is able to nab that one. So 1 out for the second straight inning. Nelson with a 1-pitch, 1 out start. Nelson 4 outs in 10 pitches, as he'll see his first lefty of the campaign. And there is a mile-high fly ball to Deerdorf at short, who is able to collect it. So Nelson now 11 pitches and 5 outs. Could he do the unthinkable 3-pitch inning? Not when he's pitching so well, the batter can't even make up their mind whether to swing at it or not. Top of the fourth, Nelson, 4 pitches, 4 strikes, 2 outs. And Burrell's going to have a chance at that, and Burrell does get in. So 5 pitches, all strikes, 3 outs.
Hey, we need hit. Let's go get bats. Hey, everyone aggressive in the box, all right?
Hey, energy up, energy up!
Go swing at those first pitches, all right? Go get them.
Hey guys, it's there.
Coach, you're supposed to be pitching.
You got 1 more inning. Okay? Oh, I see. I think you're only like 10 pitches.
I think I'm at 13. Is he going to pitch?
Which hole's our last out? Yeah, so Braden gets on your.
Hey guys, did you actually say it?
Last year, 3 garbage bags. Not enough, evidently.
So a lot to unpack there. Nelson, 5 pitches, all for strikes. Gets the 3 outs. 1 by Dahlberg, 1 by Deerdorf, and 1 by Burrell. 14 pitches in 2 innings for 6 outs. Your defensive totals on the day. Nelson with 3 outs. Erdman with 2. Hibbing with 2. Deerdorf with 2.5. Burrell with 1. Dahlberg with 1. Bancroft with half. Speaking of Erdman, he will start us off here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, Erdman batting in the 3 spot. Again, thank you to the 13 of you tuning in. Erdman sends that one a mile foul. Good job swinging at the first pitch, though. Shows some aggressiveness. In case you're wondering, Ames plays again at 1 o'clock today. Kind of fun, the boys not wearing the Storm verbiage on their jersey today. Jerseys actually say Ames. So again, kind of a fun matchup here between Ames and Bondurant. Normally it's, you know, the River Valley All-Stars versus the Junior Pros, or the, you know, Tall Tanks or something gimmicky like that. How about we just play Ames versus Bondurant? So I know Erdman's got 2 strikes on him. Not sure if it's 2 balls or 3 balls. Regardless, he'll need to protect. And Erdman pokes one right at the right fielder, and he is aboard with his first hit of the season. Erdman, like Deerdorf, 1 for 1 today with a walk. This will bring up lefty Finn Burrell. Again, Burrell led the team in batting average last year, .592. Just ridiculous numbers no matter what the division. Great piece of coaching there by Coach Deerdorf at first, alerting his runner to get back. Erdman does. On deck, you've got the man-child, Graydon Bancroft. Burrell takes out the 9-iron there, fouls that one off. Burrell, such a pretty looking swing. Burrell throwing shot put on the track team right now, had a good wrestling season. I believe voted co-athlete of the season for football, if I'm not mistaken. Erdman gets a stolen base there. Burrell again fouls that one back at his dad. If you've enjoyed Gamechanger, including the live updates of balls, strikes, outs, and the score, Matt Burrell here, your Gamechanger superstar. Always deserves a tip of the cap or a thank you if you see him in public. Gets here early. And Burrell down on strikes. So, brings up Graydon Bancroft here. Again, 13 home runs last year for Bancroft. Struck out his first time up to bat. Nice pickoff move there by Bondurant. Better base running by Erdman, but nevertheless, that was what's called a timing play, where the pitcher and second baseman have a cadence and silently count to 3, and like synchronized swimmers perform an attempt to pick off the base runner. Bancroft takes one outside there for a strike. Again, we're in the bottom of the 4th. Ames down 5-1. 1 out. Erdman, your base runner, on second. Erdman led the team in runs last year. And Bancroft connects on the highest pop fly of the day. Second baseman, though, nice job getting under it. And Bancroft 0-2 to start his campaign. So here's Lucas Dressler, 1 for 1 on the day. Had a speedy beat out earlier on a dribbler to short. He'll hope for Ames's first RBI today if he can poke one into outfield. Erdman, plenty of speed to get home. Great piece of catch in there. You know me, I love my catchers, and great job by the very small but nimble catcher here for Bondurant.
I could call him and say, well, it's
Another pickoff attempt of Erdman. Very concerned about Erdman. Again, Dressler here, new to the team. This is technically his first game, and he is going to do just what I predicted. Poke one to the outfield, score Erdman from second, and Dressler is 2 for 2 to start his season with the Ames Storm, including our first RBI, run batted in. Erdman, your 2024 runs leader. Him and Deerdorf were 1 and 2, and they are our 2 runs so far today. Pickoff attempt. Good alert base running by Dressler. So Ian Nelson, your batter. Nice swing at a strike by Nelson. Again, shout out to Professor Scott Nelson and his coworker Jennifer, likely watching this game, driving 75 miles an hour down Interstate 80. Oh, and Nelson is going to chop one to first. It is cleanly fielded by the first baseman. Ames cuts into the deficit by 25%, trims the lead to 5-2, and we'll go to the 5th inning. This is kind of fun, real baseball. Only 64 minutes in, already completed 4 innings. Ladies, what's your thoughts on the game so far?
I think they're doing great.
Yeah? Yeah?
They are doing better than they did in the first inning. They're climbing higher and higher on like the betterness scale.
I like it. Did any of you go to Mary Poppins last night?
I did.
How was it?
It was really, really good.
Yeah?
I have a whole bunch of friends in it, so.
Yeah. I kind of figured that. Who is the star?
Mary Poppins.
But
Maddie
like
Fisher.
what's the name of the classmate who played her?
Maddie Fisher.
Maddie Fisher. Okay. Cool. That can be you someday, Gwen.
Hopefully.
Okay. Lily, do you get into theater?
No, I'm not much into theater.
Okay. Ada? No. All right. Okay. Well, good to see you. There's Joseph John Franzen.
Here we go, lock in, guys. Let's go, Ian.
Sun's out, guns out.
Sunburns out.
Me and Coach Luke are still wearing 4 layers.
Hey, good throw, Greg. Good throw, Greg.
Okay, so thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Ian Nelson Experiment. We just did add a 14th viewer. Thank you very much, but in case you missed it, Ian Nelson so far in 2 innings has thrown 14 pitches. And recorded 6 outs. That one is an inch high. As he's going up against a pretty short batter here. Always a little trickier than the big boys. There's a swing and a miss from the Bondurant Bluejay. Check the defense here. Burrell still at third. Deerdorf at short. I think we've got some big change-ups in the lineup here. That one's a bit outside. So Burrell at third. Deerdorf at short. Yep, I was wrong. Danielson still at second. Hibbing at first. St. Berger in right. As Nelson draws the foul ball there. Dahlberg in center and Dressler in left. Still getting used to seeing these boys in the Ames uniforms that don't say Storm. The smell of hamburgers and hot dogs starting to waft over here. Another foul ball. This is the best at bat for Bondurant so far today. I gotta be careful here, standing on the right side. Nelson's throwing so hard that if a batter's behind, It'll foul it off right at my camera. And Nelson mows him down for the strikeout. It's his second strikeout of the day. Fourth individual out. Ames's 13th out of the game. There's a barely ball. Let's see if we can count the 13 here. So Nelson with 4. Hibbing, Erdman each with 2 gets us to 8. Burrell with 1, Dahlberg with 1 gets us to 10. Deerdorf with 2.5. Bancroft with half gets us to 13. There's a strike right down the middle. So we are in the top of the 5th. Ames is down 5-2. All 5 runs surrendered in that first inning. There is that foul ball in my direction. As predicted, would come sometime. Fortunately, I have reflexes like a cat. Ball low and away. Unfamiliar territory here for Nelson. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He shakes his head, loosens up a little bit. Be interesting to see what he comes back with here. Comes back with a nice easy fastball. And interesting scenario there. The ball had rolled 24 inches foul, but started to curve back in and was only 12 inches foul at the time Nelson picked it up. If that ball rolls all the way back fair, it's a live ball unless you pick it up before that happens. So we'll do the full count again, and batter will foul it off again. So good battle here. We're not going to see a 5-pitch inning like we did last inning. Hopefully you don't know how windy it is right now. Matt Burrell broke the piggy bank to purchase a $13 sock that goes over our microphone to block the wind, but it is very windy right now. Unfortunately, a very good at bat there by the Bondurant Bluejay. 9 pitches, and he draws a walk. No harm done. Still 1 out. Hibbing will hold. Nelson prepares. We're going to do a little pickoff there. Nice job of digging that out by Hibbing. St. Berger coming over for the potential backup play needed there in right. Danielson playing very deep at second. Very deep. Then again, it's unlikely that the batter is going to be so far ahead of Nelson that he hits it to Danielson, so probably not the worst idea. Runner does go. Bancroft will have a throw down attempt. Nice throw on a rope. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful throw. Beautiful swipe by Deerdorf. About 0.3 of a second late, but throw down executed perfectly. Again, good base running for that Bondurant Bluejay, in addition to his good at bat. So now he's at second with just 1 out. Deerdorf covers. Oh, beautiful bunt. Beautiful bunt by the Bluejay. And, but beautiful bunt and better defense by Nelson. Nelson fields it cleanly. Nice accurate throw over to Hibbing at first. Nelson collects his 5th out.
Place that one. Place that one. You got it. Take control right here. You got it.
There's a ball in the dirt. Nice job of catching there from Bancroft, keeping that one from getting past him. Pass ball, and this good base runner that we've seen advance for Bondurant will probably go home. Ball just a bit outside there. Nelson will not ever win a body language award, but never seems to dwell on a ball. Case in point, strike right down the middle. Nelson shakes the arms. This will be his final out that he's trying to get, as we're definitely not going to use him more than 3 innings, so he's available tomorrow. One strike away from a 3rd scoreless inning. Burrell holds the runner at 3rd. And Bondurant, for the 117th time today, fouls off the pitch. Every single infielder and outfielder wearing sunglasses right now. And there is foul ball number 236. We'll do it again. Nelson trying to get out number 6. And there's going to be a shallow pop-up to Deerdorf, who will easily collect. That's 3.5 outs for Deerdorf. And again, good sportsmanship by the Bondurant coach to acknowledge Nelson. 3 scoreless innings pitched. They keep the score 5-2.
Taking advantage of what they're giving us. Right? I've seen every one of you do it. Always got to put together. Pitchers hit him. 1, 2, 3, storm. Let's go. Get hits. Get hits. Who's up? Go. Yeah, Ethan's up. Ethan's up.
Tim.
Yo.
Is it 5-2?
5-2. Yep.
Everybody aggressive in the box, all right? These are your first pitch of the strikes, all right? Go get them. This kid.
He's not farting, is he?
I am actually.
Mine's just so shitsy wire.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
that big. It's like doesn't do anything. They just grow outside and then.
I got these at Tyson, they're like a thicker, it's like cotton wire. You know, they're talking about, and they're like, just needed to do a square. They hold up the past.
I gotta say, these Bondurant Bluejays have the best short warm-ups in between innings. It is my #1 pet peeve when we warm up for 5 minutes in between innings, and these guys keep it going. I love it.
That's good. Me too.
Yeah. Good on their arms, it's everything. Let's go. We've been playing for 5 innings. Okay, so here we go. Ethan Danielson starting off the bottom of the 5th, and he'll swing at the first pitch. It's a slow dribbler to short, and we'll have a wild throw to first. And Danielson, I like the play. He'll just stay at first. That is what happens when you put the bat on the ball. Good things. It was a slow dribbler, and the shortstop threw it wild. So for at least the 2nd time today, 3rd time today, leadoff batter is aboard. And pickoff attempt of Danielson won't work. So with just 1 pitch thrown in the bottom of the 5th, Danielson has a hit and a stolen base. So this is Joey Franzen up to bat. And a great job of coaching there from Coach Dahlberg, calling for the bunt, knew that would bring in the third baseman and allow Danielson to advance to third. Good job by Joey picking up the call, and that, honestly, it was pretty close. That ball's going to get in the dirt. Normally Danielson would go for it, but with nobody out, down 3, why try? So Ames. Matt, what are these base paths? 75 feet?
Supposed to be 90.
Okay. Ames 90 feet away from reducing the deficit to 2. Ethan Danielson on third base ran his 100-meter leg of his track relay in 14 seconds 2 nights ago. Plenty of wheels to get home. Of course, Ethan's father, the Ames Middle School discus record holder, 20-plus years later. And Joey Franzen aboard of the walk. As Ames is in business, this will bring up the tying run, St. Berger. And Bondurant will have a meeting at the mound here, probably likely to do with the inevitable double steal. The conversation here, 79 minutes into the game, is do we want to sacrifice the runner at third in order to get the runner at first out? And
this is what we made. There's no chicken strips.
interesting pitching change. Very early pitching change. Bondurant will go to another left-hander. Not quite sure what the strategy is here. You know, we're just in pool play. Let's go. Let's go to Matt Burrell here for his input. We're in pool play, right?
Yes, sir.
Any idea why they'd be pulling their pitcher after 2 batters?
Want to be in the gold bracket.
I guess.
And I think they're looking at, I mean, they'll play the same, I guess I haven't looked, but I assume they're playing the same team that we're playing. Their second game will be against the same team. You know, we're just kind of exchanging games, and so I think,
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking at us at a must-win game because they're going to be pretty challenged for their other game.
Okay. That works for me. So to put that numerically, you know, when you think about the whole weekend, you know, there's 16 teams, and the top 8 make the gold bracket, bottom 8 make the silver bracket. Got to at least win 1 game on Saturday if you want a chance at the gold bracket. St. Berger's swing and a miss there. So Bondurant kind of, you know, seeing their chance to win here. 81 minutes in to the game. They don't want to let it go. They resort to probably, you know, one of their top 3 pitchers here to try and close it out. So St. Berger up to bat. Again, this is one of 2 new players to the Ames Storm team. They'll take a second strike. That one a little bit outside. Runners on the corner. Nobody out. Danielson on third. Franzen on first. Berger using the Graydon Bancroft bat. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes.
All right, let's go, Landon.
Landon, just like last time, buddy.
So Landon Dahlberg, 1 for 1 on 1 pitch today. Batting in the 9 spot. Elijah Deerdorf on deck. Gonna try a bunt. Dahlberg pulls it back in time. So no balls. I'm sorry, 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on the corner, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Ames down 5-2. Game 1 of pool play. Bunt attempt again. Instead, Bondurant opts for the pickoff. Easier to do for a left-handed pitcher. Couple lefties here for Bondurant. That's pretty rare. 1 in 10 humans are left. Bondurant's got at least 2 on their team. Good bunt attempt there by Dahlberg. It does go foul.
Bluejays!
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Dahlberg represents the tying run. I think we'll be able to make it 6 innings here. And Ames will be the home team, so they'll know what they need to be able to win. I'm going to call it right now, Bancroft walk-off homer. Takes 1 high and outside. Ball in the dirt. That one's going to get past, and Danielson, beautiful piece of base running. He doesn't even need a slide. Great job by Danielson. Great recognition. That one didn't just get past the catcher. It actually got past the catcher and flared off to the side. Meanwhile, Franzen advances to second, gets us out of the force out, and Dahlberg is either at 2-2 or a full count. Ames down 5-3 now. And Dahlberg does take one down the pipe. You know, interesting scenario here. If Ames was to take the lead, you wonder if there's any scenario where Dahlberg would opt to just pitch Nelson again and get the W. Full count here to Dahlberg. He'll take one outside, and Dahlberg's aboard with a walk. He will likely end the game 1 for 1. This will bring up top of the order Elijah Deerdorf. Many believe the best quarterback prospect Ames has seen since Taman Lipsy. Deerdorf, nice swing. Maybe an inch high. Might have been a strike. And again, Deerdorf represents the go-ahead run. Ames down 5-3, bottom of the 5th. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. No new inning after 100 minutes. We're in minute 86. So if Ames could bat for 14 minutes and take the lead, we'd win the game. Wouldn't even have to worry about the Ian Nelson pitching situation. Great battle back for Ames. I think all 5 of those runs for Bondurant came the first 6 batters in the top of the 1st. And Deerdorf is going to smoke one right at the shortstop, and there's not going to be a play. Great base running by Franzen. Great base running by Dahlberg. And Deerdorf plenty fast to make it to first. Made the shortstop think about it. So this will bring up Colton Hibbing with bases loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Hibbing 0 for 2, but fly out and a ground out. And he'll rope one underneath the second baseman. He'll be aboard, and that'll be 2 RBIs for Hibbing as Deerdorf advances to 3rd, ties up the game. 5-5, bottom of 5. Still just 1 out, runners on the corner as Hibbing gets the 2 RBI single. And that'll bring up Dexter Erdman. Folks, we got a tie game. Double nickels, as they call it. Another meeting at the mound here. Matt, did we start on time?
We were 5 minutes early.
I know. I asked her. I asked her when I got here.
8:55.
So we're at 92 minutes and no new inning after 100. So if we can bat for 8 minutes and score a run. This is actually not smart by Bondurant.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, what's I mean, like, are we
Because
killing?
if we score a run and bat for 8 minutes, we win. Like, they should be hurrying.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, what? Like, I don't make because we're tied, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Dexter, have fun, man. Pick a spot.
We'll end on a tie in pool play.
Okay.
All right, come on, deep.
So I was wrong. We started at 8:55, therefore we're in minute 93. We've only got to fart around here for 7 more minutes. Hibbing will steal. And a great piece of coaching by Dahlberg there, as the play from Bondurant was not to chase Hibbing, who did steal second, but rather to throw down to third and try to catch Deerdorf. And the throw was perfect by the catcher, but a great piece of coaching from Dahlberg on third, as he was able to yell at Deerdorf, back, 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 and Deerdorf was able to get back just in the nick of time. Meanwhile, Hibbing did successfully steal second. So this is Dexter Erdman up to bat. He sees his third ball, and it is just all coming together for Ames Storm in their first ever AAA game. Down 5-0 after they saw the first 6 batters. They've clawed their way back to tie the game. And in case you're not aware, this is a thing in pro baseball. A team, if they just want to give up a base, can do so snap of a finger, despite the count being 3-0 on Erdman. They elected to just walk him since first base was open. So this brings up Finn Burrell. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 5th, tie game. Burrell is going to crush one past the second baseman. That'll score Deerdorf easily, and we've got the lead. Hibbing will score from second, and Ames leads 7-5. Everybody, all smiles. Erdman advances to second, and Burrell with his own 2 RBI single extends Ames's lead to 7-5. Bancroft walks to the plate as slow as humanly possible, as Ames is going to try and burn 5 more minutes here.
Come on, G, let's go. Keep it going.
Let's do you, man.
So back-to-back tricky, hard-hit balls at the second baseman that the Bondurant player is not able to field. Meanwhile, Bancroft takes one low. Again, this is just all coming together beautifully for Ames. Down 5-0 after 6 batters, down 5-1 after the 3rd inning, and Ames has come roaring back. The inning started with an Ethan Danielson hit that was playable, but hard running by Danielson and a wild throw from the shortstop kicked off the inning. And Ames has not looked back since. St. Berger the only out so far. Bancroft again, 13 home runs last year. We don't even need anything close to a home run now. It would just be great for him to get a hit, not only to move the runners and for his confidence, but just to prolong the game. We really need to figure out a way to make this game 4 minutes longer. Now, Bancroft hits one sky high, but he's called out on a fielder's choice. So Bancroft will be retired, and here comes a very important bat for Lucas Dressler. Again, 97 minutes in to this game. We could really use a 3-minute at-bat from Dressler. What's tricky is that is a ball high, as Dressler is already 2 for 2 today. You almost wonder if the baseball gods would allow a boy to go 3 for 3. That one's outside. Still at 97 minutes. Ball 3. This is shaping up great. The Bondurant player taking his sweet time, must not be cognizant of the play clock. Dressler takes a strike there. Again, you know, not only do you want this game to be over so that we can win, but you also want it to be over so we don't have to expend a pitcher's arm in the top of the 6th. From what I can tell, there's 2 minutes to go. That is going to be a 4th ball, though. And Dressler aboard for the 3rd time in 3 at-bats. The first baseman was charging in to talk to the pitcher, and the coaches from Bondurant wisely yelling out, "No, no, no," because they're aware we're in minute 99. Nelson takes a ball high and outside. I almost wonder in this scenario if Nelson knows the game within the game, you know, to just not swing. You wonder if Dahlberg would ever give him a no swing signal from 3rd. 2 balls, no strikes. Make that 3 balls, no strikes. Body language from the pitcher not good here. Again, Ames leads 7-5, bottom of the 5th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. About 30 seconds to go in game time here. That strike to Nelson is actually a good thing because I'm pretty sure here we should be right at about time. There's a ball 4. That should do it. That should do it. Oh, shucks. So Ames extends their lead to 8-5. The umpire just looked at his phone where he's timing the game. Evidently it wasn't good enough. So Ames leads 8-5, still 2 outs, bases loaded. This is Ethan Danielson getting the rare 2nd at bat in the same inning. There we go. There's the alarm clock on the umps. All right, Ames just won. Alarm clock just went off on the umpire's phone. Umpire yelled out last batter, so Ames has secured the victory at this point. So the Bondurant is asking to end the game because the way the tournament works is it's the number of runs you give up. And so Bondurant doesn't want Ames to score any more runs because they've already lost. And so Ames does get the win. I don't quite understand why the umpire didn't get that. When the clock went off, he should have just ended it right away.
Good job, boys! Way to go!
Nice job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Ames's first AAA game ends in a win. 8-5, 8 unanswered, no less. Down 5-0 and didn't allow another run. Great job. Officially 1-0 in the season. We'll go ahead and power down the phone here because we'll be booting up again 12:50 for game number 2. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the morning.